Alright, the next story quest is Mablu's Dream, given to us by Wuklamot. We are standing near 3 saddled alpacas, and let's go. Before we get moving, you should be the one to hold this. With that, I suppose we should hop on the alpacas Mablu has so kindly provided. I'll talk to Mablu to continue. Ready to go? Let's mount up. Begin the alpaca ride. Sure. Oh. And it's off to the mate fields we go. I forgot what. Please don't spit. Please don't spit. They'll be fine. These ones are accustomed to people. I still don't trust them. You have a knack. You have a knack for riding, no matter what you say. Without our alpaca friends, we Pella would never have become traveling merchants. Can you imagine walking all the way across Tyrol? We're riding along some dirt trails next to some... I swear, that mountain is too tall to be real. The text is so fast. Worker Zomer, wasn't that the name? A forbidding sight, isn't it? One I've never appreciated up close. You have to take the long way around the cliffs to get there, to the highlands belonging to the Yakoi. So Mablu, you said you were learning about the peddler profession. You don't care for ranch work? No, I love it. I love working with alpacas. But becoming a peddler has always been a dream of mine. It's just I'm not sure I have the talent for it. If I can help you buy the taming saddle, though, then it'd be a proof that I can do this after all. In that case, you'd best get ready to be a merchant. Look, we're almost there. We're passing some cactuar. We've made it to another settlement. Mablu's Mate Garden. Where our ride cutscene is turning into a real cutscene. We made it, and without a single smelly incident. I sent the alpacas back to Ikulvo's inn, so we'll walk along the main road when we return to the village. Speaking of roads to travel, you were adopted by the Dawn Servant, weren't you, Third Promise? That I was. Then perhaps you understand. I was an orphan too, you see. Tobli took me in. He took in all the ranch hands, actually. All of them. Yes, and everyone works hard at their chores, grateful for the opportunity to repay the head ledger's generosity. Yet here I am, the only one wanting to go off and be a merchant. I'm sorry, I don't know why I'm telling you this. We need to keep trading things for your saddle if you're to prepare for the feat of gold. As it's mate harvesting season, they can't have too many quality hatchets. What? As it's mate harvesting season, they can't have... Oh, okay. What do the hatchets have to do with harvesting mates? Anyway, add to that Wuklamot's way with people, and we should have no trouble making a favorable deal. That's Mablu herself over there. Pass the hatchet to the Third Promise, and let's get to bargaining. All right. We'll speak to Wuklamot to continue over by this cart on wheels with... It looks like grain sacks or flour sacks and a couple jugs. You have that little axe for me? Hand over the fine hatchet. Thanks. Now to see what we can get for it. Cutscene again. You're Mablu, the owner of these fields? I have a mind to trade if you're interested. Well, the Third Promise. I might be convinced to entertain a proposal. What do you have on offer? This hatchet, forged by a seasoned artisan, the razor edge of this exceptional tool will make light work of your crops. Pulls it out, hands it over, he inspects it. The quality is acceptable, I suppose. I offer you a large sack of mate leaves in exchange. Mablu thinks. A sack of mate leaves is valued at 1 pel in the thousands column, the same price as the hatchet. This deal would bring us no closer to the Mescal. If I may, Mistress Mablu, it's harvesting season, is it not? Does not the demand for hatchets afford them a higher value? It is indeed the season, which is why I procured an ample batch of tools well in advance. Yeah, supply and demand, yo. He didn't have the demand. We've missed the window for demand. In that case, we'll have to fall back on connections. Think of it this way. A generous deal here will put you in the third promise's good graces. Surely that's worthy of consideration. I do not wish to give offense, but I must tell you that I stand with the second promise. His innovations will improve every aspect of our lives, I believe, including farming, and I will no longer have need of hatchets. I assure you that I have nothing but respect for Wuklamat. That is why I am prepared to purchase a spare hatchet at a fair price. I suppose it is fair given your reasons, but we ourselves would be no better off for the transaction. How about this then? If we were to help bring in your harvest, would you give us a better deal? As a matter of fact, I would. Until Koana's reforms come about, I can always use more hands in the fields. Then you can go ahead and add our labor to the bargain. He nods. Mablu looks a little bit shocked for a second. Added value to tip the scales. How could I have forgotten one of the most basic rules of trading? You can rest here if you like, Mablu. Mercy and I have mate together. Oh no, I'm helping too. Off to the fields then, and mind you, pick the healthy leaves. I'll take 5 good bundles from each of you. So mate, or mate, maybe? Is a crop. Interessante. Go out to the fields, where there are kind of just your basic looking trees, really. Not tall, still, still pretty new, probably double my height. Green branches with green leaves. I mean, the details aren't fine enough to make out the kind of leaves, but actually maybe they are if you zoom in. Kind of like ovular, kind of like pointed ovular. Got 1 out of 5. Verdant mate, or verdant mate. Four out of 5. Mablu's over here is like, good. I don't see any pests. 5 out of 5. Coming in 5 out of 5. Da-da-da. Oh wait, no, this is Mablu. What the heck? Weird. Well, I mean, they all wear the same freaking clothing, so yeah. And have their faces and heads covered, so don't think that I'm being... Back to Mablu. Cutscene, for sure, right? You've brought me some leaves, then? After I hand these over, probably. Verdant mate leaves. An acceptable harvest. We'll see how your companions fared before I make any decisions, though. Cutscene. Here, we've brought our shares as well. Shares as well. Thank you, Third Promise. This is more than enough to hold up your end of the bargain. Now it's time to honor mine. After adding the value of your labor to the price of the hatchet, I'm prepared to offer you a full sack of our highest grade mate leaves. Premium mate! Bought at the shop, 1 sack of those leaves could cost no less than 5 pel in the thousands column. Wow. That's a big upgrade for our labor, jeez. I was out there for like a minute or two. Then we can bid farewell to this hatchet. She hands it over. I'll give it a good home. Talk of the contest aside, I'm glad we could come to a mutually agreeable trade. As am I. All the best with the rest of your harvest. Cutscene fades to black. And we are walking along a road, possibly heading back. We stop. And Mablu stops us. Mablu, what's wrong? It's as I was saying before. Even after everything Tobli's done for me, I'm planning to abandon it all and become a merchant. But then I needed your help after forgetting a basic rule of trade. How can I expect Tobli to accept my decision then? My options are, have you mentioned your plans to leave? Or, so you intend to give up then? Have you mentioned your plans to leave? Not exactly. I wanted to prove that I could succeed as a peddler before I declared my intentions. Maybe he would love to train you. I seek to follow in my father's footsteps, but not because he expects it of me. I want to preserve Tural's peace, and becoming Dawn's servant happens to be the best way to do it. You should live a life of your own choosing, and I wouldn't be surprised if Tobli held the same opinion, so talk to him. You're right. It's better to find out for sure than worry over what he might say. Thank you for the advice. We get a lioness grin. But first, we have a saddle to buy. I want that success under my belt so I can be sure of my decision. What's next then? We try to trade our tea leaves for something halfway to 10,000 pel? No, I think we're close enough now. I say we go straight for the premium mezcal. Bargain our way into double the value, eh? Think you can do it? Trust me, I will make this trade work. I admire you, Third Promise. That you're holding your own against such strong competition for the throne is inspiring. Am I actually holding my own against Koana and Zoral Ja? Seems like a rhetorical question, I guess. I mean, of course I am. I am Wuklamat of the Dawn's Promise, after all. I cross my arms and give her a little bit of a... What's you doing? What's your brain doing? But Mablu's dream is complete. We'll see if there's any little bitty extra like there sometimes is. Excellent trade. 1,000 pel fine hatchant to 5,000 pel top grade mate leaves. That is indeed the end. I will see you next I'll see you soon for the next one. Bye bye.